Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another NTW 3 battlefield today, and it's starting off with another cavalry charge. We've got a nice cavalry charge here, some Spanish cavalry getting involved with some 1805 French cavalry. We've got some Sechers, Cheval being chased down by some Cazadores volunteers. It's just some volunteer cavalry, I presume. But yeah, so this is a really good 3v3, I've been told, sent in by a member of the Discord. It's a really close one. And so definitely worth sticking around to see how this one goes down, as some French infantry I was setting up and it's just shooting at this Spanish cavalry, but it is also killing some of its own cavalry. It needs to be careful about that. Got some light infantry here that's just set up. Another, it's the 1805 French again. So yeah, we have two 1805 French armies, I believe, and we have a Swiss army fighting on the French side, and then we have the Spanish, Swedish, and the HRE here today, who are like the coalition of allies against Napoleon. And I think Napoleon is here today. I'm pretty sure he's like all the way at the back there, doing his thing. So yeah, I mean, so good for him. There he is. He's a long way back. He's just admiring the battlefield from a safe distance, possibly too safe. We've got Dominic Van Damme, and we have the Swiss general here, Antoine de Jomini. If that's how you say it, but I mean the Swiss are slowly making their way up. I think they're a long way behind like their French allies, but I've never really seen the Swiss in combat. It's gonna be interesting to see them. Just disappeared in there into that building. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see some of these factions in action, to be honest. So can't wait for it, to be honest. But if you're enjoying seeing Napoleon Total War 3 at the moment on the channel and would like to see more of it, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and leave a comment to show your support. And yes, let's get ready for what could be a glorious battle here. This is looking amazing. This is a huge line here by the Spanish and the Swedish. I was about to call them the French. Yes, the Spanish did fight for the French at one point, but not at this point. They're angry. They want revenge for losing their king and having a French replacement put in. And the Swedes, well, the Swedes probably just aren't happy because French allied with the Danish, and everyone hates the Danish. I don't know. But yeah, so we've got the French setting up here. We've got a nice line of line infantry in reserve. I think we've got a lot of lights in the first line, which is kind of cool. This unit here getting shot up a bit by Spanish artillery. These guys look awesome. Now running away. Got some cavalry over here. We've got some more Chasseurs Cheval. I think this is the unit that actually was fighting the Spanish cavalry. I think there might be some more in this wood. I wouldn't be surprised. So the HRE sending some dragoons across to come support the Spanish. And the dragoons over here as well that are going really wide. Like, I mean, I thought they were going further wide. They seem to be going like all the way down here, and they were going to try and cut off this like the Swiss retreat, I thought. But maybe not now. Swiss and the Swedes are definitely going to get interchanged in this battle. I can already tell. Both begin with SW. It's definitely happening. And I probably can't even stop it. But yeah, this is a huge cavalry unit. It's lost a few men, but look at this. Joachim Murray's Hussar unit. 185 men it starts at. It's been shot a little bit by artillery, but I mean, this is a huge unit. And obviously Murray, being one of the famous French cavalry generals, led many a famous cavalry charge during the Napoleonic Wars, winning Napoleon quite a lot of victories, single-handedly possibly, you could argue. But yeah, so I mean, he is now in this cavalry regiment here, and he's going to be hopefully getting some more charges, some more glorious charges, and some more glorious victories for Napoleon. But we will see. The Spanish look like they're just coming across it, trying to counter that French flank. It's coming down this road here. They're going to like bomb for this road, for this these hamlet here of buildings. Which is a good idea. I mean, they're on the road, so they're going to move quicker, and they're in column. So the two major things in NTW3 that if you want to move quickly, you need to have a road and column. Any unit can form column, you just need a road. Here we go. These light infantry are going to form up, and they're going to start shooting over here at these Spanish cavalry. Can't see them now by the smoke, but they are getting routed. Well, not quite routed. They're going to run away first. And yeah, there you go. And now the line infantry has opened fire against the Spanish line infantry. Glorious, glorious musket fire. I can hear some cavalry charging. Oh yeah, here it comes. The cavalry's coming back. It's coming to come and try and take out this light infantry. Very brave. That is very, very brave. This is still like Castadoria's units. It looks very much like Chasseur Cheval. They just got cut down. They had no chance. It was already a weak unit after all the first few volleys it had to deal with. And then just kind of just got evaporated there and then. And now it will be the HRE with its carry on this flank that will have to help. We've got a lot of dragoons coming over here from Sweden as well. So the French might actually need more carry. I mean, look at all this carry. They're really threatened by that huge unit. I am sure of it. You've got Grenadier Cheval here as well. That's a really elite unit. It's just Grenadiers on horseback. So that's just scary in its own. Really, 125 men though. That's even worse. It's a huge unit. And Murray's gone back into the left centre. I'd send him all over. I'd send him to this right flank just to overwhelm all this cavalry here. I mean, they've got some huge units as well, actually. The Spanish got a 116-man unit. There's a lot of cavalry being brought today. A lot of big units. We've got dragoons. We've got, yeah, lots of dragoons. I swear I saw some cuirassiers earlier for Sweden, but maybe not. But the Spanish anyway and the French are now still engaging their firefight. I love the colours of the Spanish armies. They're all like slightly different shades of either blue or white, and some red. I think even got some red units as well. So I mean, they're just a very multicoloured army. But they're certainly going to lose this fight, you imagine. The French are just going to outgun them, I would have thought. Firing through this forest line. I mean, they're doing a pretty good job to this unit here on the far right. I mean, it's just like sort of rallied itself. If the French can play this right and pin down most of this cavalry, they could then send in like a cavalry unit just to flank in and go down this line. Or they could send in an infantry unit. You can get an infantry unit down here and then you can flank. One they can form square as well. That'll be huge. Just to keep away from like this cavalry all the way. But the French are actually sort of losing this fight. They've fallen back, and I can get cavalry going. Yeah, here they go. They're going to go for what I thought they might. See if the Spanish and the Swedish are aware. They are not. Are they going to get a good charge off? Or possibly. They're routing. They're going to rout this unit, you imagine. Unless they can form square. Don't think it can. This is a dragoon unit. It'll probably do okay. It's not a great charge in fairness. And now the Spanish have realised. And the French are in trouble. Look at this dragoon officer. He's in pink. And he's just got charged. Oh my gosh. Just admiring the pink uniform and you just get charged by Spanish cavalry. And there you go, the dragoons are broken. I don't know why I just sent it one. Why didn't they just go in an all-out assault? They could have charged most of this cavalry, got the charge bonus. But yeah, so that Spanish infantry actually stays intact. They're really worried about this this unit here. They are actually shooting it at the Spanish. Don't know why they just don't punch through here. They got cavalry that could just punch through this line here. The Spanish are kind of out on a limb a bit, and there's more French appearing here. This is seriously a problem. The HRE, though, are flanking hard here. They're threatening the flank of the French and the Swiss. That's a big problem. And an artillery piece got broken here. They'll just get taken out by other artillery? I think it might have. That is very unfortunate. But there you go. The Joachim Muret, he's gone in. The unit is actually pretty banged up. It's not got a lot of morale. No, it has now. It's still got 130 odd men. It is like deep in enemy territory. And it is routing everything. Look at this. Going absolutely manic. Using this huge unit early game. Needs to be careful with his own men though that he's not going to shoot the cavalry unit. And there you go, it's broken. It's down to 86 men. Still a big unit. Oh god, it might not be that big by the end of this. Getting like destroyed by line infantry, friend and foe. But yeah, the Spanish have lost in this sort of centre. There's lost a lot of organisation here. The Swedes are having to send more stuff across. A lot of cavalry here. More cavalry coming across. Here you go, Carabineers. What's this? And there's the Cuirassiers. These guys are nice. So a quick look at these guys. Very heavy cavalry. Obviously have that famous cuirass. Gives them the name.
Our men are running.
Though I've been told that some cuirassiers don't have to have a cuirass to be a cuirassier. So, I'm not quite sure how that works, but there you go. Then dragoons in there. I mean, I would have thought if you were... Oh, look at that. The Spanish are just, yeah, absolutely destroyed. They're in a really rough spot. I thought the French were having a rough time. They took a little bit of a step back, sent in some cavalry, caused a bit of havoc, then moved back up with their infantry, and they've done a good job. I wonder if this is two French armies here. I think it might be being...
Our men are running.
That is double teaming Spain at the moment. Because Sweden needs to, yeah, it's starting to send everything like towards that area. The Swiss need to start making an appearance and possibly starting to help. I don't know where they are. I can only see their general. Unless that's a, what we got here? We got the French again, another. This is a huge unit as well. 100 men in this unit. This is just taking out some infantry here. We've got some line infantry in the woods. Oh, everything disappears if I zoom in too close. Oh my gosh, I'm not doing that. Everything just disappears. They become ghosts. There you go. They broke that unit, so that's big. Kind of helping that flank. They got, yeah. Here's the Grenadiers Cheval. This unit keeps moving like across the battlefield. And what we got here? Another. Oh, got a lot of Swiss Dragoons and Chevaliers. And here we go. They're now actually coming in. They're coming after this huge unit. Oh dear, it's getting focused on. Just ran across that path of fire, and it's getting chased by a light dragoon unit. This is a big unit as well. 100 men in that. Jeez. And so they routed that hussar unit, I think it was. Yeah. And look at that. The Spanish are in full retreat. We'll go back over to this side. It's absolute havoc over here. The HRE having to send in their cavalry now. They've got dragoons over here. And they're going to have a big old fight here with the French. There's some more notes. We've got 2 units of Grenadiers Cheval. I did think they were like getting across the battlefield a bit quickly. I think the HRE are going to lose that fight. Oh no, maybe not now with the Swedish arriving. They might win that. They might win that. It's a 3v3. Oh, yeah, look at that. That Dragoon unit is getting absolutely destroyed. Remember, so these units, the HRE have not got great morale. Got to remember that. And they're going to fire into the backs, aren't they? They're going to fire into the backs of these men. Yeah, look at that. They've broken the HRE. It's going to be close. It's a huge cavalry fight. Whoever wins this probably actually takes his flank. Oh, it's not looking good. It's because the light infantry back here is just firing into the backs of these Swedes. And there you go. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. Well played by the French. Now I need to stop firing. Stop firing before you damage your own troops. They're gone. Stop. Turn these men to start facing the next threat, which is going to be the next wave of cavalry. Got some Krassis over here. They're chasing down some chasseurs who were chasing down an artillery piece. Oh no, this is the general. I thought it was an artillery piece. It's such a small unit. But the Krassis have held the flank. They might be able to stop the Grenadier Cheval with the support of Spanish infantry. The Swedes are now setting up. Now doing their bit. Let's have a volley. Are they in range? I don't know. Don't think they're in range actually. But we've got artillery going off. Oh, look at that! So much friendly fire into the Swedish. The Spanish are shooting the Swedish allies. That's not good at all. These aren't big units, to be fair. 77 men. Let's have a volley from you, Sweden. I wonder if this is Bernadotte, Sweden. Probably not. But yeah, they're still like they need to be like sorting this out. Like this is not helping the. They're just killing loads of men. Like they are losing so many men here because the Spanish just isn't paying attention. Or the Swedish player wasn't paying attention. It kind of a mix of both, to be honest. The Swedes should have realised that there's an artillery piece dead ahead. And the Spanish should have realised that there was artillery, or there's infantry right ahead of them. They are going to limber it up. So that's good. The HRE still yet to face the Swiss. They're like a little skirmish out here, but nothing major. This will be the first faction I want to take out. HRE have not got great morale, or well, they've got lots of numbers, but they haven't got great morale. Like their units are huge, but that's because they'll break. And they're fairly thinly stretched, and they're better. I've been told, like if you just like double stack the units, like the first line is just very hard, like gets extra morale because it's got a second line behind it. So that's kind of an interesting play. I like that. But yeah, definitely would be the first action I wanted to take out. And here come the Swiss. They've just they're going for this gap in the line. I like it. Very tactical. And so we're going to see what happens there. And then now I've got a little flank on here of the French. They're going to try and flank the Swedes. Get this unit down to low numbers. Can't even really see it through this forest here. And they're going to retreat because they're going to reform to face that new French threat. See the artillery going off in the background as well. It's glorious. Gutting them down in the back. Shooting them in the back. What a cowardly way to kill a man. But I mean, if they're going to show their back to you, you might as well take that opportunity to shoot them. There's some trilliers here. It's an interesting unit. Light infantry, I'm pretty sure. They're like elite skirmishers. They also have like line infantry regiments in the guard army, which is kind of cool. The general's under attack. I'm not quite sure how. Maybe just getting shot at by like random stray bullets, possibly. I don't know. But yeah, the French, look at this, are really going to town on the Spanish right now. And I think they've won the cavalry fight. I mean, Sweden still has its cuirassier. Everything, and they still have this huge unit of light dragoons as well. This big unit. But yeah, they are outnumbered in cavalry units. But actually, no, they're not. They are equal. It's just this is Van Damme here, the general. And they've got this big unit here actually, 64 men. That's really rallied. So actually, maybe they've got a chance if the French come knocking with cavalry. But the French, I would just go for an infantry fight. Just go for the infantry fight. I think they've got superior line infantry. But yeah, I mean, you can look at all these units. You've got to look at that light blue. We were talking about this earlier. Dark blue. Then we've got like a red unit. This guy's just can't pick a pair to like a colour to choose. They're gonna just pick every colour. This looks very much like a British unit. So a volley. Volley of the British lookalikes. There we go. British lookalikes did well. I mean, this is very dangerous. They're getting point blank range. They can fire canister here. I hope the Spanish have realised that they're so close. Fire canister. Fire canister. Rout these men. Yeah, that's canister. That's canister. That just killed at least like 10 or so men. That was devastating. All those guys there just died. Just a one canister round. They didn't even get the other cannons off, but they are retreating. I mean, they are. Yeah, look at that, retreating down the hill. Fully routed. These units are now sort of out of range. I think there's a bit of a dip in the ground, so I mean the shots might go over them, but still need to be careful. They may still be in canister range. Over here, it looks like we've got an artillery duel going off, possibly. I'm not sure. This is artillery just exploding here. And who's firing their artillery all that way back? So that, oh, it is that one. It is that one over there. 2 out of 3. It's a 6-pounder dueling with an 8-pounder. Let's see if volley men. Fire! Yeah, I think it is duel. I think it is dueling. Oh no, that's firing straight into the French here. Let's put a big old hole in this French line infantry. So I don't think they're even interested, which is fair enough. I wouldn't be if I was like the cannon crew. I'd just be firing at the infantry just so closely. The cannons all the way back there aren't going to do any damage. The Swiss now, look at this. They're doing a lot of good work here. They're starting to do some work on the HRE. Late to the battle, but that might be okay. Look at these grenadiers. Grenadiers of some region. Look awesome. I mean, when the smoke dies down, they look awesome. There they are. Got a lot of grenadiers actually here. We've got again another faction just can't pick a colour. Yellow, red. What do you fancy? There you go. Looking good though. Swiss obviously famously in red. Can hear cavalry. Oh no, it's not cavalry. It's an infantry charge. Yeah, the Swiss are setting up an infantry unit. This is a huge infantry. 160 men charging into the Swedish. There you go. In they go. Who will win that? I don't know, really. I mean, I'd say possibly the Swiss will win this because they've got the support of like the French on the flank, shooting possibly into the unit. But yeah, they're also possibly shooting into the back of their unit. Oh, it's going to be close. I don't know. Numbers would say obviously the Swiss would win it, but that numbers doesn't matter in this game. It's really, oh god, it's so close. Morale is just, this is a brutal fight. It could go either way, actually, I think. But they might just carry on fighting, and maybe it'll be an eternal fight and an eternal struggle. I mean, the longer it goes on, surely the more favour that puts in favour of the Swiss. Like I said, numbers. They just need to set up another unit. Oh, there you go. Surely that's going to break him. Shaken, wavering. Oh dear, they're both just... Oh god, there you go. And the Swiss finally break. So there you go. That was a blooming long fight. The French over here, though, Go and just charged and then routed by the cavalry here. So, I mean, they clearly at some point won the cavalry fight. I was not paying attention. And yeah, the light infantry here is now forming square defending it. But, I mean, all this infantry before it just got routed. And this French flank here is in serious trouble. And the HRE may have just saved the Spanish in this area here. I think they have. Because the French have got nothing to respond to. Their cavalry's broken. They've got their dragoons here broken. Their grenadiers cheval somewhere over here are broken. All the way back there broken. Yeah, they've only got a couple of units left. They're setting up some sort of line to defend Van Damme. But it's not going to be a lot. It's just going to be a couple of units of line infantry. They're just shooting anything that's on a horse. They need to get some of these troops out of here. They need to try and this French army needs to start preparing because they need to realize that there's a Spanish army arriving. The French over here though are doing a lot of damage, and the other unit of Grenadier Cheval routing a lot of HRE units right now. The right of the HRE is looking really weak. I mean, the Swiss, sorry, have a unit over here that could go and take out those light dragoons if they wanted to. But yeah, this is a real problem.
Our men are running.
These Grenadier Cheval need to get out of here, as I said. They've been in combat too long. They need to get into a good charge. They're exhausted. It's not good. Swiss doing okay here, though. I mean, I say that they're doing okay, but I don't know. They've equally got large units, so they clearly got bad morale. There's a 240-man unit. It's insane. Well, I say it could be a very elite unit, in fairness. Just like a huge unit, which is very expensive. But it's unlikely. I usually expect most big units are terrible. Like Landwehr for Prussia. They're huge, they're 250-man units. They're terrible, they've got like no morale. But yeah, they need to get... I'll push back the Swiss. But they need to get ready for the Spanish counterattack. Because the Spanish is going to start to arrive. Because they are breaking the French here. God, it's turning around really quickly. I thought the Spanish were finished. They kept getting pushed back. The Swedes also. I mean, they still might get pushed back. The HRE also looking pretty rough right now. But, I mean, they could still do it if they can hold on. I mean, the Spanish are now coming. I never thought I'd say that. The Spanish are on their way. Try and save the day. They need to get the... Yeah, just get this unit out of here, man. Just get out of range. Just put in this wood or something. It's getting shot at. Because, I mean, this is a good unit. It's an expensive unit. I know that from experience. It's very expensive. And they really need to get them out of there. The Swiss have definitely won here. And they're now storming this building. Send in some, I don't know what they sent in here. Just some line infantry? Maybe some lifeguard grenadiers. Don't exactly know where they stormed in the building, but they just stormed in the front door. Okay, fair enough. They're in here somewhere. They aren't going to win that. They need to get... They've got grenadiers here that they need to like send into this building. That will win the fight. What's this got here? Just more line infantry. Send up the grenadiers. The grenadiers are too busy fighting over here. Fighting off against the HRE. Splitting the HRE and the Swedes in two. Looking glorious. Shouting at people that they owe them money and stuff like that from their banks while also fighting them. I can imagine that being the case. The Swiss probably would do that. What we've got here, there's a tiny little unit of Swiss cavalry. Yeah, I think the French have started to see what's the problem, and they're setting up some troops. Got a lot of line infantry coming to form up over here. The Spanish just need to flank. They just need to flank. The French are starting to get overstretched a little bit. And it's looking very tenuous for them right now. They need to break the HRE. I think that's, like I said, they're the most likely to go first. If they can break them, then they've got a good chance. But I personally feel like they've not got the right faction up against them. I think the Swiss just aren't going to beat the HRE. Look at this morale. It's not great. Oh. And they're broken just like that. Send up the big units. They send up the cavalry and that's just broke as well. It's not good. What's this? Is just a couple of 5-pounders here. And they're right in close. They should really just be using canister. If they're not using canister, I think they're missing out on something there. They are using canister, definitely. Just gun down that unit. gunned down that unit. What's broke over here? That is the cuirassiers are gone. Oh dear, that's not so good. Both sides running low on cavalry. I think France has set up some line infantry to break some grenadiers. I think they were going for the guns. Yeah, I think they were going for the guns. I mean, they took the guns, but they're now going to lose the guns. And here come... Oh, the HRE still has cavalry. HRE still has cavalry, and it's pushing on the French. Hard. That is a good charge. Very nice charge. Hopefully the Swedes are holding fire. They're moving up, actually. That's not also a bad idea. I mean, they're actually taking a lot of fire, though, here. These units are tiny. How are they holding on? The French just need to... The Swiss also could be broken first. The Swedes, sorry, could be broken first, to be fair. The Swiss, they look like they're going to be... They're out. Unless they've got reserves. They brought an extremely small army, I feel like, in comparison to the French. But then, that might just be... I didn't see a lot of it. I don't know. Vicious firefight going on over here. The Swedes not giving an inch of ground. I mean, they have given several inches. More like meters, but, you know, they're not giving any more. That's it. They've cut off. Like, that's it. Like, no more. We've given you enough land. That's it. And now they're actually charging into these trilliers on the flank. Good thing to charge for. Weak infantry here. Pretty banged up already. And these are light infantry, so they're not going to do well in combat against line. And look at that. The Spanish are flanking hard. And they're breaking the French. The French is gone. Oh dear, that's not a good sign. I do not think that the French and their allies are going to do it today. Unless they can, like I said, break one of these Swedes or HRE quickly. But they're running out of men to be able to break them. Napoleon's actually pretty close to the front line now. He's just here chilling. He needs the guard. He needs the guard. Send in the guard. But they're not here. Look at this. Just got it. Oh, they're just breaking. It's it broke before even like this charge of Spanish even arrived. They look so angry and so exhausted. But there you go. The French are gone. They tried to prepare for like the flank that was coming, but it wasn't enough. What's over here? Got a tiny little unit of infantry. Are they going to try and take this building? I think they're going to try and go for cap points because obviously in Napoleon Total War 3 you can go for capture points. Are they going to try and capture this building here? Like it's on this little right hand side of the map. Get the points that way? I doubt it, but they're just going to put up some resistance, I guess, there. Seems like a bizarre place to do it, but fair enough. Should have gone. She could have helped their comrades out, not their allies. Well, I guess they are. But there you go. The Swiss are basically in full retreat. Well, they've got a few units holding on. Got a grenadier unit here. They need to do a charge. I wonder if they lost a general. I don't think they did. Grenadier Cheval breaking. Dragoons to light dragoons. The HRE have had a good game. They've held on. They've broken the Swiss. I mean, the Swiss have slowly charged forward, and there's the general. They still have his general. They just seem to like keep breaking. I think he's going up and rallying troops now. Because that's what he's. All these troops just miraculously rallied, and that one just got blown to pieces. This poor unit of line infantry just like got rallied. Like, yes, the general's rallying us. And then it just got blown to pieces by an artillery piece. It's like, no, run away again. But yeah, the Swiss are Swiss and oh, not the Swiss, the Swedes and the Spanish entirely routed the French. Told you I'd get the names mixed up. But there you go. That is the battle. The Allies won. I did not see that coming, to be fair. It was a really good battle. I thought the French and the Swiss had it at one point, especially when they pushed back the Spanish at the beginning, and the Spanish looked like they were on the verge of defeat. And the Swiss were the Swedes were too late in arriving. But yeah, if you look at the size of the Swiss army in comparison to the other two, there's a tiny army. You've got 700 less men. Don't know if the Swiss just have really expensive units, or he just spent his money on like, I don't know, really expensive men like grenadiers, perhaps. But yeah, this was sent in by NTW3, who's playing as the Swedes. So thank you for sending this in. It's very, very good. So yeah, well done to Maria Gomez, to Coco. Lianon now? I don't know. So I apologize. Well done to Coco, basically. Well done to Daymare, well done to Hydra, and well done to Blood Runs. They all play very, very well. Very unfortunate for the French and the Swiss that they couldn't win, but that happens. That is war. So we'll have a look at the kills for the Swedes. Their best unit was their Cuirassiers. No surprise there. It was one of their best units on the battlefield, getting 169 kills. Then their infantry here getting 108 and then 105. And then they're the only ones with hundreds, and it's a lifeguard, like Grenadiers, getting 70, fighting in that village. But yeah, there are all the kills if you want to have a look at them. There you go, and there you go. That is the battle. If you enjoyed, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and thank you again, Legionnaires, for all the support. And don't forget to leave a comment if you enjoyed, and or there's any scenarios that you'd like me to try and do for NTW 3. I'm always open to options. And until next time, Legionnaires, bye for now.